Critical Assignment 2, Video 1. These center activities are appropriate for Butterflies in My Stomach by Serge Bloch. The appropriate grade level for these center activities is 3rd to 4th grade. During the read aloud of Butterflies in My Stomach, we discussed that the book revolved a lot around idioms. So in order to give the students the most beneficial instruction, I centered my activities around not only idioms, but multiple parts of figurative language. In the Shelley Gray video, we saw a great way to design our centers with plastic baggies and incorporating everything in one. For this center, I'm going to use a shoebox and with the label of the number of the center that the student will be going to. In this case, we're doing center 1 for our low-level readers. And it's in our shoebox, you will find instructions for your graphic organizer that the students will complete. Your graphic organizer worksheets, colored pencils, crayons, and also a drawing bag for the center. So I'm going to show you the graphic organizer that the students will be doing in this project. We have a 3-section graphic organizer. The student goes into the plastic drawing bag and grabs the center, or grabs the topic. In this case, we have personification. They will write personification across the top row here, then give an effective definition in their own words, examples, 3 of them, there's room for, and a visual example. And again, this is just a large example of a graphic organizer that the students will have available to them. Then the student will be expected to share their graphic organizer with the students in their groups. This will give them reinforcement on other topics that the students in their group have selected, and also give them developmental oral skills practice. The standard that the students will be applying here is the use of knowledge of language and its conventions when writing, speaking, reading, or listening. Figurative language is a part of the way we speak, the way we write, the way we interpret what we read, and how we talk to others and listen to them. So it is important that the students do this now in order to improve their aspects of writing, speaking, and reading in the future. The first section of supportive evidence comes from the Pat Wolf video on thinking maps. The video defines humans as visual learners and supports the fact that thinking maps and graphic organizers are a general way to save time in the classroom and generate the most amount of information to our learners. The Bloom's taxonomy action-verb chart is the next piece of supportive evidence for my center. The center I have, though it is for the low-level readers, involves some aspects of analysis and synthesis along the taxonomy. Some verbs that we are going to use are generate their own definition. They are going to tell and explain in the teaching process when they present their activity. They will construct their own examples, illustrate and design visual examples that correspond. So even though this is for our low-level readers, they're thinking on a higher level. The next aspect of supportive evidence comes from the video based on differentiated instruction. The video discusses that it's important to realize we are not teaching to just one student. We are teaching to a classroom, and not all those students have the same interests, strengths, or weaknesses. So with this project, it's really flexible for the teacher to change it up a little, allow the students to use tools or generate more examples for higher in-depth learning. This is the rubric I've generated for Critical Assignment 2, Center 1. The rubric looks at the students' behavior, their grammar and spelling, their ability to follow directions, and their neatness of their project. Each aspect is worth 4 points each, accumulating to a total of 16 points. I want the student to be able to realize that all of the aspects in this assignment come together to create their quality piece of work. They must behave themselves in their center and collaborate with each other. They must use an effective amount of spelling and grammar knowledge, follow the directions that I've outlined for them, and generate a neat project in order for the work to be valuable. This is both a valid assessment tool for the students and teaching tool because it shows them where they can improve on their work and how to create a quality assignment.